Sorry, still not used to this. I actually have to find a fucking way to, what is it? Have an intro and an outro. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Just like giggle awkwardly, apparently. I decided that, well, I wanted to do reaction videos. I do not know how to fucking edit. It was like a long fucking time yesterday to try to edit. It was so fucking hard. I don't know, like I'm not good at any of these like computer shit. So I'm just like, I have a crappy fucking camcorder and that is all I'm using because why the fuck not? But today I am going to be talking a little bit about well, I mean, I already had an introduction video, but I wanted to talk about a little bit about me and my, like, how it is to live like I have, like how I lived, and with the certain mental illnesses that I have, and how my relationships with my, stories about me growing up, kind of, maybe. So, buckle up, it's probably gonna be another long video. So, I was born, and, well, I was born in 1997, during the flood of 1997 in, the Minnesota flood of 1997. I'm not gonna exactly tell where, for, purposes, but there was a huge flood, and so my mom woke up and she thought she had to go to the bathroom. It wasn't the bathroom. I was almost born in a toilet. Probably where I belong, but sorry, I have a lot of self-deprecating jokes. Anywho, my mom gets into her friend's car. Her friend drives her to the, the emergency room, and she almost had me in her car. I was coming and the world wasn't gonna stop me. Not the flood, not my auntie's car, nothing. So my auntie's like, you better not give birth in my car. My mom's like, well, I can't really fucking help it if it happens. So my mom gets to the hospital and I come shooting out right into the nurse's arms. That is how I'm born. That's how I was born. It's funny because, I mean, like, I have severe depression, so, like, I really wanted to be born, and now I'm just like, why? I'm not suicidal, not anymore. I did hit a rut, and I still do. Mental illness doesn't go away. A lot of people are like, just do this, just do this, just do this, and, like, yeah, taking pills helps the symptoms, just like, taking ibuprofen will help the symptoms of a headache. Sometimes I won't get rid of the headache, sometimes it will. You don't know. I've tried many things. I didn't like to take pills because from a young age I was forced to take pills. I stopped for a long time. I cut cold turkey when I was like 14, maybe, and that was like one of the most painful times of my life, because these are like, some of the drugs that they give you are worse than like straight drugs. They're really they can fudge you up. I'm on something right now that's equivalent to like something that's, you know, helps me concentrate. Now, I am getting better at remembering to take my pills and stuff. I'm a forgetful bitch. I can't remember shit. I'll go up to use the bathroom and be like, what am I doing? So, geez, let me try to remember another story of me growing up. When I was younger, my mom did not know what to do with me. She didn't know what was wrong with me. I used to run off in the store and hide in the clothes racks because I did not want to leave the store. Or I did. Or something. It was to get my mom's attention, apparently. I remember it, but I don't really remember why I did it. Like, you know, it's like, wow, I was a stupid child. Don't run away from your parents, you know. But, being a mother figure myself, I do not have kids. I really, really want kids. Like, I do. I want to be a mother really bad. I don't know how well of a mother I'd be. I am really, really, really scared about meeting a significant other, though, because I've seen what can happen. You know, it's not, love is pain. Yeah, that's the best way I could put it. Now, I can get into that. That could be one of the stories, but I can't get too into it because it's ongoing right now. And it's... Now, like, I remember, you know, one time, with my grandma, sorry, I got a crick in my neck. I slept wrong. With my grandma, I did that too, and she's like, she just dropped me off at home. She's like, take your monster. So my mom, yeah, I used to do that. I used to cry wolf a lot. Like, I did not like school. Like, I had this teacher, and she was like literally a monster. I'm not joking. She was not cool at all. Like, one time, I did used to play wolf a lot and like stuff like that. So I understand why she didn't believe me, but like she was a teacher for mental health, so she should know how to deal with that, but she didn't know how to deal with that. She didn't at all. So I'm like, why are you even here, honestly? With her, it was around, okay, so we had Christmas break, and during that, my mom was pregnant with twins, and one of them did not develop, but one of them did, right? So there was like it was twins at first, and then the doctor's like, I'm sorry, one of them didn't, you know. And my mom's like, in a way, she's like, thank God, because I already have like 4 kids here, so I don't need any more. But, you know, it was still really hard for her. But on Christmas Day, well, we got to open up all of our presents and stuff. I was around 15 at the time. She was in the bathroom and having a miscarriage with the last egg, or, you know, and it made her really sick and depressed afterwards, because even though she knew logically that this is for the better because we're already overcrowded as it is and she is a single mother, yeah, because, you know, it's another oopsie baby. I'm an oopsie baby. Matthew was an oopsie baby. Ashley was kind of planned, but at the same time, like after she was born and what happened, my mom realized it wasn't gonna work out with the monster that we're dealing with right now. So you know, I was very concerned about my mom, so I'd be like, hey, you know, can I call my mom? Can I call my mom? I want to check up on her. I didn't even ask to go home or anything. I was like, could I call my mom? I want to talk to her today. She's really sad. She's sick. You know, you know. And she's like, no. And I'm like, she just had a miscarriage. And she's like, I don't give two shits. And I'm like, wow, you are a nice teacher, aren't you? Yeah, no, it's the reason with, she is the reason why I talk in such a crass manner too, because I used to be very passive. Like, I'll be like, may I use the bathroom? May I use the potty? I was like really like shy and like stuff like that. So she would always be like, what are you gonna do in the bathroom? And so one day I just kind of snapped. I'm like, take a fucking shit, bitch. I got detention, ISS, for a long time. And then after that, every time somebody's like, I would raise my hand, I'd be like, gotta take a piss. Well, that's what I had to do. I had to take a piss. I am a tomboy too, as well. I grew up playing in the dirt. My brother, on the other hand, he's like, dirty. I'm pretty sure he was meant to be the girl, honestly. He's like in that room right there. Just gotta be quiet. Sometimes I could hear him screaming at his video games, and then when I tell him to be quiet, he's like, you shut up. Okay, if you do. Oh gosh, my story times, they're all over the place. It's kind of like me. Yeah, so, oh gosh, so, another story I have of me growing up was, trying to remember, okay, so, I actually have pictures of it, but I do not know how to edit for shit, so they're, like, I mean, I could try to make a video of it afterwards, like the pictures, like, because I swear to God I've done that before, but I have no clue how to edit crap, so, you know. The other video I edited, I, like, corrupted all the files, and it took me forever to save it, so I was like, I'm not doing that shit again. I'll just wait till I get a better camera, and, you know, and you just have to put up with my shitty ass quality camera, okay? I'm sorry. But okay, so we have 3 cats. So the oldest one, Cujo, who's named that for a reason, and yes, they're all named after horror movies. We really like scary movies in this house. So we have Cujo, Edgar Allan Poe, and Winston Churchill from, you know, Pet Sematary. If we have another one, it's probably gonna be another horror themed. So, you know, we're keeping the trend going. Yeah, no. I wanted to name that cat, no, that was another cat. I wanted to name Cujo Oreo because he's a tuxedo cat, and my mom's like, no, we need to find the most fitting name for him. And we did. We did. This cat is fucking psycho. Now, my mom had, after this had all been said and done with, she asked me if I felt safe around the cat and if we needed to put him to sleep. Now, I don't hold anything against the cat. I love all of my cats. I love Cujo so much. Although I am more cautious around him now because, you know, you don't want to fuck with him. He's pretty salty. Now he's an old man now and he's fat now. So like, I mean, like he could try to bite you, but he can't really roll over to get you. He's just like, I give it. that's what we did, and we fattened him up for that reason. I'm just kidding. I've tried to put him on a diet. He just eats the other cat's food. It doesn't matter if I feed the cats at separate times. He finds their food. So now Cujo, we have him on a leash because, well, now we have him on a leash for another reason, but we had him on a leash for the reason is because he is so dumb that he cannot find his way back home. Like Edgar, we let him roam free. He's like, freedom, and he brings us dead carcasses of bunnies and stuff, like, here, masters, I brought you food. You know, he's, I mean, that's a pretty nice thing. He's trying to feed you, but I'm just like, ew, get it away, please. I'm not grossed out by that. I mean, in a way, I mean, it's kind of gross. I mean, I grew up with watching, you know, I grew up with going to with my grandpa to a farm and watching sheep get beheaded. So I mean, a bunny leg is not going to faze me. I mean, I still feel bad for the bunny. I mean, like, no, not the bunny. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, you know, the circle of life. But, you know, just like, don't fuck with endangered species, you know, just don't fuck with those, please, you know, or don't kill domestic, sorry, fucking stutters, another lovely thing of anxiety. Domesticated animals. I mean, honestly though, like, I could understand why some people are like, what's the difference though? And I'm like, yeah, I understand animals are animals, but like, I mean, they probably eat, some animals probably eat our carcasses too, so you know, it's just something that happens, you know. See, I like meat, I just don't like to know where, like, I don't like to think of where it came from. I don't at all. Now, back to the story. Holy crap, did I just waste 5 minutes going off topic? Jeez, no wonder nobody watches me. So, back to the story is that, okay, so I'm putting Cujo out on his leash, and he sees the neighbor's cat. I believe the neighbor moved out, but they had such cool fudging names for their cats. Now, they named their cats Lando and Loki after the Norse goddess. I think Lando is a goddess, but I'm not sure. I would have to look that up. I am not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me, please. Now, now, he saw Lando, because Lando was the friendly one. Loki is like, ew, people, you know, like Marvel's Loki. Anyways, oh yeah, I'm a big nerd. Anyways, you know. So, I'm bringing Cujo out, and he sees Lando, and Lando's like, neighbor, can I rub against your leg? And so he comes towards me. And starts rubbing his legs rubbing against my legs and shit, you know, like cats do. And Cujo is like, this is my territory. Flippin' latched onto my arm. You know, like those cartoons where they're like, you know, where the animal gets stuck in the arm and they go like this to try to get it off, and it's just like stuck on there. You know what I'm talking about. You know, those old cartoons, and it has a, you know, that, yeah, funny music or whatever, that music that is in my nightmares because it bothers me so fucking much. Now, like, that is literally how he was. Like, he's like 30 pounds now, but he was like 20 something, and I'm trying to shake him off my flipping arm. He latched on there so far. There's a reason why I typically wear long sleeves, because if I don't wear long sleeve stuff, everybody thinks that I have cut myself because of my depression, and I have not. I have not tried to cut myself. I did try to overdose before, but I'm not suicidal anymore. So I mean, don't be like, oh my gosh, please let's help this woman. I'm getting the help, but you know, thank you if you are concerned. I don't get much of that, only my mother. No, not a lot of people are here for me, you know, I don't have a lot of people. No friends, because I became a hermit. I lost all my friends. They're like, oh, you know, Christina never comes around anymore. I bet she doesn't like us. I'm like, no, it's the other way around. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you like me anymore. I'm weird. But yeah. So he's latched on to me pretty deep. And so he finally drops. He runs away, and I'm concerned because that's my baby. He just left me. You know, he left. I don't know if he's coming back home. He's stupid. He can't get back home. So he runs after the other cat, and I go in, leaving a trail of blood. My arm was torn to shreds. I cannot stress this enough. It was torn to shreds. This is what a small cat can do. Imagine what a dog can do. And I'm not advocating like leash your dogs and stuff like that. I mean, like, yeah, if your dog is a danger, then just like our cat's a danger, so we leash him. He is leashed. And when little kids are like, oh, kitty, we're like, don't touch the black one. He's dangerous. You know, they're like, oh, go. We were like, oh, go pet the white fluffy one. You know, the Persian over there. He's nice. He likes people. He just doesn't like us. I'm just kidding. He likes us. He's just like antisocial. He's my soul animal. Like, seriously, you know, when people talk about their soul animal, Edgar is mine. He's like, I don't like to be touched, but I want to be around people because I'm lonely. But don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't even get close. But yeah, so I'm leaving a trail of blood, and I go in, and my mom's like washing dishes at the time because she wasn't as sick as she is now, and she washing dishes at the time. She's like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with your arm? And I'm like, the cat escaped. Somebody needs to go get the cat. The cat. You know, I was like freaking out. I was like, Cujo's gone. He's missing. You know, I'm not even concerned. I'm just keeping a puddle of blood everywhere I go. So I leave, and my mom tells my younger siblings to go get my eldest brother. And I thought she was talking to me because, you know, the shock. So the pain wasn't registering in my arm because of the shock of the wound, because I looked at myself and I was like, oh, what the fuck, you know, like I looked down, eyelid, you know, where you get like, oh, like you feel like you're gonna faint, or in like you're in shock and you're just focused on one thing, which to me was finding my cat, because I love my cat, even though he did that to me. So I was like fixated on finding Cujo. And so I go downstairs, and we had shampooed the carpet on the stairs. I left a trail of blood everywhere I went. I cannot stress that enough. So my mom's like, get back here, Christina. I need to look at that wound. And I'm just like, I need to get Billy. You told me to get Billy. And she's like, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to little kids. I'm like, I get to my brother's door and knock on the door. And he looks at my arm and is like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you need to find Cujo. You need to find Cujo. Sorry about the burp there. I'm kind of disgusting, just so you know. Again, I'm a tomboy. I don't care. I'm not a ladylike person. I might look pretty sometimes when I have makeup on. Other times I look at myself and I'm like, oh. Like my ID. I look like I'm going to jail. I'm not even joking. I just got it. Yeah, I'm 23 and I didn't even have my ID. I was like, procrastination. But anyways, I finally got it because I have to be an adult now. Isn't that surprising? Oh my god, there's my snort when I laugh. I've been trying to reel it in, but you know, it's coming out. So I'm just concerned with finding my cat, and my mom finally gets a hold of me, and she's like, "You're not going anywhere. You're coming in here, and I'm gonna look at your wound." And then she almost faints because, you know, she's never been good with blood. I've been the one that has to take care of my little siblings when they're like, "I got a boo-boo," you know, and it's like bleeding, like, because kids are like either they cry at every little inconvenience, or they will get like this disgusting wound that will leave like a mark for like ever, for eternity, and they'll be like, it's nothing. You know. Yeah, I'm well aware of kids. I have many siblings. My youngest is actually a couple months old. I mean, he doesn't live with my mom because, like, he's not my mom's. My dad's a certified man whore. So, you know, I'm just, you know, and I know that some people don't like that. Like, I'm all for equality, like, completely. Again, I think there's some strength and weaknesses that women have, and there's some strength and weaknesses that men have, and that's why they can do different things and stuff like that. And, you know, and I am under, you know, like, just because there's a stereotype doesn't mean that everybody is like that. But again, stereotypes are based on evidence. Sometimes the evidence is kind of like shady though, you know, especially when it comes to other people of color, you know, like, how do you know, you know, because the history, you know, it's written by the people in power, and our white asses are in power. Forgive me. Actually, it's funny because I do not, oh, that's another story, I gotta finish this one. Sorry. Anyways, so we don't have a car. We used to. The engine blew out, and the trash person that is Troy used to give us rides because we didn't have a car, and he has 2 young children with my mother. Yeah, like a lot, like in all of my videos, I talk about the trash person that is Troy. In the most basic way I can say it is that he is an ex that can't get over my mom, and because they have kids together, and he was allowed to like stay weekends, especially if he was drunk, because he drinks like a shit ton. Yeah, he's an alcoholic, and we honestly, don't you even dare. Okay, so it's like, you're gonna update in 10 minutes, and I'm like, not every video, please. Anyways, so, because, you know, he is, like, he had, really, or, you know, he was with my mom, not with her, not like that, but I mean, because he's co-parenting with my mom, he, for some reason, thinks that they're together, or they get back together, and he's like one of those crazy ex that hacks into everybody's fucking, like, he spies on us. And that, yeah, I know. It's just like, my mom had to get a lawyer and everything. He's a fucking creep. And there's more to it than that, but he's also like, you know, with my mom's best friend right now, just to hurt my mom. And she's just a wicked piece of shit. Like, she is just disgusting. She, like, edited a video of, okay, so we got into a physical altercation because I was angry, and for the first, oh god, another fucking story. I will get into this. Let me finish. Okay, so I had to wait until, back to, you know, the story about Cujo. I had to wait until Troy was off work at 5, and it happened around noon, to get to a doctor because we had no way to get to a doctor, right? So, so we, you know, we get to the doctor finally, and it is, we found out that because we waited too long, infection set in, and I had just really bad, like, it was really infected, so they could not stitch it up. It needed stitches, they could not stitch it up though, because, so what they had to do was drain my arm. Now, I had this happen to a cat before. One of my previous cats, she passed away, where she got bit and it got infected, and what they did, and they kept me awake for this, they took a scalpel and cut into the bites that he did, cut them open, and stuffed gauze into my wounds, wrapped it up, and was like, and just gave me, you know, the drug, you know, like, just flooded me with drugs, like, just, I was just like, and I didn't feel it, but I seen it happen, and I was like, yeah. And to this day, I still got scars. You can't really see them because my fucking shit is just shitty as fuck. But they're all the way down. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And these ones right here in this joint area, they have given me nerve damage, because they went all the way to the bone, broke all the muscles, like, in where my joint connected to my wrist is. And, like, the doctor could see the bone. He's like, oh, I could see your bone. I'm like, what? You know? But yeah, no. And then my mom's like, you know, like, do you feel safe with this cat? And I'm like, he's family. You can't get rid of family, you know? Okay, another story. Okay, so growing up, I am some words, man, they get stuck in my fucking mouth. I am white as fuck. Everybody could see that I am white as fuck. But so in my introduction video, I had said that I am, so I am Scottish, Irish, mostly Irish. Like, I have a shit ton of Irish in me, like a lot. That is, like, the majority of what I am is Irish. You can tell, can't you? Funnily enough, is that my natural hair color is not red. Well, it started out as red. I was born with a full red head, you know, like, just full, like, red. And my mom was super excited because she was, like, the only redhead of all of her siblings. And she's like, oh my god, I passed it on to my baby. You know, she's so excited because she likes redheads, and I do too. That's why I, you know, dyed it back to red. But it faded out into blonde, right? And it faded and faded and faded. And I had almost white blonde hair, but all of my body hair was red, like dark reddish brown. It's funny because my body hair, like my arm hair, my eyebrows, everything was like, so like so it looked like I like bleached my hair, and everybody's like, oh, you bleached your hair, and the red looks more natural, so I always stick with red now. I, you know, have a natural like looking red. And I don't have to upkeep it because my roots are also fucking dark. So they're like, you know, so I don't really have to upkeep it every, you know, 6 months. I just, you know, might want to change up, you know, a shade of it. you know, but not really, like, I mean, it really looks natural. Like, I've had a lot of people say, oh, you know, I've never seen a redhead, you know, like, for a long time, and I'm like, it's dyed. You know, it is, I mean, but my, you know, I do have the ruddy complexion. You can't really see it because this camera shit. I have, like, the rosy cheeks. I burn in the sun, like, you know, it's funny, but my full brother, like, most of my siblings are half siblings, but my full brother, he looks full on Native American, because my dad is, Native American. I do not look nothing like him except for his nose. I have his nose, but then again, that could be my I am also Norwegian. That could be my Norwegian side because they have some big honkers too. Well, my nose used to be bigger too. I had nose surgery. Don't like look at me like I have a lot of money. It was because I had a deviated septum, and it was big. I would not do that. I would not have cosmic surgery, like, you know, because I was born the way I was born, and why change that? I mean, I might think I look ugly, but you know, there might be somebody out there that's like, oh, you're pretty. Still waiting for that person. Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of people, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they just want to smash. Like, I always get, like, DMs, and they're always like, hey, what's that? You know, and it's funny because I'm like the cheesiest person. So I I could, like, you could just tell me the cheesiest fucking pickup line. I'll be like, oh, he's so sweet. Or she. It doesn't matter. I am completely open to all sexes. I just like people. But I am, when I was younger, I liked women more, and now that I'm older, I kind of like men more, but I still like both of them. I just do not have the money to adopt. So I'm just like, and children are part of what I want to have. So I'm just like, okay, I have to have a boyfriend. Although I probably, like, I think girls are just so pretty, you know? Like, and even, you know, like, I've looked at some trans people and they're just like, oh my god, you know? You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even, people with no gender. It doesn't matter. You know, and it doesn't matter what they even look like too, although I do have a preference. I do have some preferences. I do like redheads like my mother. I do like, but I do like people of color. It doesn't matter which. I just have a preference with that. I just have a preference. I just like darker skinned people. Because I don't know why. It's just a preference that I have. It doesn't matter if they're Asian or, you know, African American, Indian, Native American, Mexican. I don't care. Like, I just like people that have, like, a darker complexion and darker hair and darker eyes. I think the darker like, I love brown eyes. I think they're so pretty. It's funny because I have blue eyes and everybody's like, you have such pretty eyes, Christina, wait a minute. And I'm like, honestly though, my favorite color eyes are green. My mom has green eyes, but hers are weird because they're like greenish brown, and so they end up looking like diarrhea sometimes. She has this thing though where she could kind of, like, if she like glares at you, like, her eyes like turn color and they almost look like Satan incarnate, and I'm just like, okay, fine, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You know, I'm pretty sure every mother has that one look. Although my younger siblings do not understand that look. They will keep up their mouth going. They'll be like, they will keep it up. Probably because they, like, you know, my mother was hard on me growing up, and she got sick by the time the younger ones were born. So she can't rear them, you know? And, you know, like, a lot of people be like, this child abuse. And I'm like, not really, okay, sorry. But, like, as long as you ain't beating your child to the point where they're, like, close to death, that ain't child abuse. You have a right to discipline your child by spanking them. And yeah, I've been spanked before and it has not, like, yeah, I have mental illnesses, but it's not because I was spanked, okay? It's not. It's not. Okay, here's with my whole opinion on that okay, so let's say your kid is gonna touch a hot stove, right? You ain't gonna say You ain't gonna say, oh darling, don't touch that, you're gonna get hurt, because the kid isn't gonna listen to you. The kid's gonna be like, I'm gonna touch it anyways. Believe me, I know. I reared a bunch of them. Like, I mean, like, I helped raise a bunch of them. They ain't gonna fucking listen. I was one of those fucking kids that didn't listen. They ain't gonna listen. Kids don't listen to that soft, budging voice. They don't. What's going to fucking make them listen is, yeah, stop that shit right now. Fuck it. Sorry. I was trying to come up with the name at the top of my head and I was like, Kyle, Jackson, Jake, something. Just all of the fucking boy names just popped into my gosh darn head. So, you better stop that shit, Kyle. And then you slap their hands if they try to touch it, because guess what? Now they equate that touching that with pain. And yeah, that, like, oh my god, they equate it with pain, that's bad. What if they actually did touch that fucking hot fucking pan? What do you think was gonna happen? A lot more than a fucking slap. That's what's gonna happen. Okay? I'm sorry if I'm a little too old school. Yeah. Whatever. There's some things where I think, because again, I also was raised with, if you're going to be, rude to your sibling or something, you're not gonna get punished. You're gonna get punished for that, but you're going to write an essay about how what you did was wrong and what are some traits that you like about your sibling. That was like the hardest thing for me, because like I was like, well, because my brother would start a bunch of crap and I would take the blame. Like, I would get the blame for it because he was quiet, like conniving and quiet, kind of, He's like, he'd be like, bitch, like really under his breath, right? And I'd be like, come here and say that to my fucking face. And I'd be so flippin' loud because of my, like, bipolar and stuff, and, like, come and fight me, And they would be like, Christina, you gotta write to your brother and tell him what you did was wrong, and oh my god. And I'd have to write about how I was so sorry. And I'm like, that fucking bastard. But no, so it was like, just, my god, 42 minutes. Okay, so I gotta say bye because nobody watches 42 minutes. 43 minutes now, actually. Nobody watches this. I gotta make shorter videos. I gotta stick to one topic. So, still don't know how to fucking say goodbye. Still don't know how to say hi. I'm just yawning and, like, having gas come out of my fucking throat at the same time. Sorry, I'm a little burpy today. Well, hopefully I'll have some type of, like, bye, something like that. I know people do that, but I don't give two shits about that. I'll be like, see ya, losers. I legitimately will love anybody that actually watches me. You're not losers. You're not. I'm just like, I don't know how to connect with people. I call my fudging siblings little creatures. That's my term. That's to me. That's a term of endearment. That's like, like, what do you mean, little fucker? Isn't a term of endearment. Okay, they're my little fuckers. So, yeah. But see you all later. But god damn it, 44 minutes. Bye.